Okay, so we're going to do 11.6. So this question giving you a production function f equal to 8k to the power 1 on 3, l to the power 2 on 3. Okay, where f is the output of cheese, k is the capital, and l is labor. Okay, and the prices of capital and labor are R and W. So part A, asking you to obtain the marginal products and the marginal rates of technical substitution. Okay, so the marginal product of capital is going to be found by differentiating the production function with respect to capital. Okay, so again, this is just a partial derivative where you differentiate with respect to one variable, treating the other variable as constant. So if I differentiate with respect to k, I'm treating L as constant. So therefore, 8L to the power 2 and 3 remains the same as constant. And if I differentiate k to the power 1 on 3, I get 1 on 3, k to the power negative 2 on 3. Okay, so very similar marginal product of labor is the differential of the production function with respect to labor. And again, I'm treating k as constant, so 8k 1 on 3 remain the same. And if I differentiate L to the power 2 on 3, I get 2 on 3, L to the power negative 1 on 3. Okay, so basically 2 on 3 minus 1 is equal to negative 1 on 3. So the marginal rate of technical substitution is just going to be the negative of the marginal product ratio. So marginal product of capital on marginal product of labor. Now again, this is very similar to marginal rate of substitution where you can put L first or you can put K first, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I got 8 L 2 on 3. So basically A on 3, L 2 on 3, K negative 2 on 3. Everything divided by I on 3, K 1 on 3, L negative 1 on 3. So I on 3 and, sorry, it will be over here, 8 times 2 is going to be 16 on 3. Okay. So I on 3 divided by 60 on 3 will give me a half, so 1 on 2. Okay. Now, if I want to get rid of all the negative signs, we just have to move k to the denominator and L to the numerator. So that will give me L to the power 2 on 3 times L to the power 1 on 3. And I got k 1 on 3. And if I move k negative 2 on 3 down, I get k to the power 2 on 3. Okay? So this will give me half of L on k. Okay, so part B asking you to confirm that the first order condition for cost minimization might be written as 2R equal WL. Okay, so for the cost minimization condition is that the marginal rate of technical substitution equal to the negative of the factor price ratio. So in this case, it's going to be the price of capital divided by the price of labor. And that is because I use marginal product of capital on marginal product of labor to calculate my marginal rate of technical substitution. Okay, so again, it has to be consistent. And so if you put K first in the marginal rate of technical substitution, then it has to be equal to PK first. Okay, so PK on PL. All right, so therefore I got half L on K, negative side, and that has to be equal to the negative of price of capital is R and the price of labor is W. Okay, so if I get rid of a negative sign on both sides of this equation, then I get L on 2K equal to R on W. So if I use cross multiplication, then I get 2RK equal to WL, okay, which is what the question asking you to find.
Okay, so part C asking you to substitute for K in the production function. Obtain the cost minimizing factor input combination and the total cost of production when R equal to 4W. Okay. Right, so we are given R equal to 4W, so our star condition here is going to become W times L equal to 2, and we know that R equal to 4W, okay, and times K, which is equal to 8 WK. Okay, so W over here will cancel with W over here. Okay, so what I'm left with is L equal to 8K. Alright, so using this, now I'm going to substitute this back into my production function. Okay, into my F production function, which is equal to 8K to the power 1 on 3 and L to the power 2 on 3. So I substitute into here to find the optimal value of L and K. Okay, so I got F is equal to 8 times K to the power 1 on 3 and L, which is equal to 8K, everything to the power 2 on 3. Okay, so therefore F is going to be equal to 8K 1 on 3. If I expand everything, I get 8 2 on 3 times K 2 on 3. And so therefore F is equal to, so 8 times 8 2 on 3 is going to be, alright, so 8 to the power of 2 on 3 is going to be equal to 4. Okay, and so K power 1 on 3 times K power 2 on 3 is going to be equal to K. Okay, so that is 8 times 4 is 32 K. Right, so therefore K is going to be equal to F divided by 32. So this is the optimal amount of capital that is needed to be used in order to produce F units of output in a cost minimizing way. Okay, so knowing the values of K, if I substitute the value of K star back into my condition L equal to 8K, then I get L star equal to 8 times K star, and K star is F on 32, so that is going to give me F on 4. Okay, so that is the optimal amount of L star in order to produce F units of output. So the cost of production C star, which is going to be the cost of capital R times K star plus the cost of labor W times L star, is going to be equal to, so knowing the fact that R equal to 4W, I'm just using that in here, and K star I know that is equal to F on 32 plus W times L star, and L star is F on 4. Okay, so simplify this, I'll get 4 divided by 32 will give me 8. So I got WF on 8 plus WF on 4. Okay, and so that it's just going to be 3 WF on 8. Okay, so part D asking you to sketch an isoquant that passes through the input combination K and L equal to 5 and 40, and confirm that the first order condition is satisfied at this point, and then draw on the diagram the isocost line that is tangent to the isoquant. Okay, so so we got an input combination K and L equal to 5 and 40, Okay, so first of all, we want to draw an isoquant that is going through this point. So the isoquant is basically the curve that is containing all of the bundles K and L that is going to give the same level of output. Okay, so first of all, we would like to find out what is the output level corresponding to this combination of K and L. So if I substitute the value of K and L equal to 5 and 40 into the production function f, then I will be able to find that f equal to 8k 1 on 3 L 2 on 3, and so that is 8 times 5 to the power 1 on 3, 40 to the power 2 on 3. Okay, and so if you use a calculator, you will find that this over here is going to be equal to 20, and so it's 8 times 20, and so that is 160. Okay, so the bundle 5 and 40 is going to give a product, a level of output of 160. Okay, so the isoquant is going to have an equation of 8k 1 on 3 L 2 on 3 equal to 160. So any combination of K and L that is satisfying this equation over here is going to be on the isoquant of 160. Okay, so this is the equation of the isoquant that is passing through the point 5 and 40. Okay, so passes through the point 540. Okay, so we would like to draw this on a diagram. So this is our equation. Okay, so if I rearrange this, I will get K 1 on 3 L 2 on 3 equal to 160 divided by 8, and so that equal to 20. Now in order to get rid of the number 3 on the ratio, okay, then I will just take the exponential of 3 on both sides of this equation. So what I do is I get K 1 on 3 L 2 on 3, everything to the power what I do is I try to rearrange this first. So 2 on 3 is going to be equal to 20 divided by K 1 on 3. Okay, alright, so if now I take the exponential of 3 on both sides of this equation, so I got 20 to the power 3, K 1 on 3 to the power 3. Okay, and so therefore this is going to give me 2 squared, and so 20 to the power 3 is going to be 8,000. Okay, and divided by K. Okay, so therefore L will just be equal to, so if I take square root of both sides of this equation, then I'll get L is just going to be equal to square root of 8,000 divided by K. So that would just be, I'll just leave it like this. Okay. Alright, so now I want to sketch this function on a diagram. I have L on the vertical, I have K on the horizontal, and have origin over here. So in order to sketch the diagram for this function over here, As you can see, the first point we have is the point that is given to us in the question, which is 5 and 40. Okay, so I would like to plot that one first on a diagram. Now it doesn't have to be precise, so I'll just pick randomly. I'll say 5 is here, and I got 40, I will say somewhere here. Okay, so that is my first point, and so I want. Okay, so the isoquant that I'm going to draw is going to pass through this point over here. Okay, now as you can see over here, when k is approaching 0, then L is going to go to infinity. Okay, so when k is going to 0, L is going to go to infinity, and when L is going to infinity, k going to 0, then L is going to infinity, and when k is going to infinity, then L is going to 0. Okay, so so we know that it's going to be approaching the horizontal and vertical axis. Okay, but never touch. So when k is getting smaller and smaller, approaching 0, then L is going to be then our function is going to go to infinity. Okay, so it's going to be approaching the vertical axis but never touch. Very similar, when k is getting bigger and bigger, we're moving towards the right hand side, then L is going to become smaller and smaller, and it's approaching 0, which is approaching the horizontal axis but never cut, okay, or never touch. Okay, so roughly we know that this is the case, and we know it's going to go through this point. So what we are going to have is something like this. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Sorry. Sorry, maybe I'll just keep this one. Okay, let's. Okay, so it's getting smaller. It's touching the horizontal and vertical axis, but it is never touched. Okay, it's approaching. So this is our isoquant corresponding to a level going through the point 5 and 40. Okay. Now confirm that the first order condition is satisfied at this point, and then add the isocos line to the diagram. So our first order condition we found earlier, which is the cost minimization condition, that we found in part B, is 2RK is going to be equal to WL. Okay, so now given that R equal to 4W, which is given to us in part C of the question, then we got 2 times 4 WK is equal to WL. Okay, and so therefore if I cancel W on both sides of this equation, I get 8K equal to L. So L equals 8K, which is the condition we derived earlier already. Okay, so now if I substitute the point where K and L equal to 5 and 40 into the star condition, then I'll see that 8 times 5 equal to L, which is 40. Okay, which is right. So 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, so therefore we know that the point K and L, which is 5 and 40, satisfy the star condition, okay, where L equal to 8k, and in this case L equal to 40 and k equal to 5, which is so therefore L equal to 8k, which is the star condition over here. Okay, so we would like to draw the isocos line in the diagram. Okay, so our cos function see, it's just going to be equal to the cos of capital R K plus WL. Okay, and so now knowing that R equal to 4W, so that's 4WK plus WL. Okay, so therefore so what I'll do is I'll rearrange this one first to make L as a subject, okay, because I want to draw the cos, the isocos line on a diagram. So therefore I make L as a subject, so WL is going to be equal to C minus RK, and so therefore L is C on W minus R on W times K. Okay, and so given that R equal to 4W, so therefore L is C on W minus 4W on WK, and so therefore is C on W minus 4K. So we know that the cos, the isocos function is going to have a slope, the line is going to have a slope of -4, okay, and a vertical intercept of C on W. Okay, so we want to draw an isocos line that is tangent to the isoquant over here. So we know that this point over here is the point that satisfying the first order condition, or the cos minimization condition. So this is going to be the tangent point between the isocos and the isoquant. Okay, so in order to draw an isocos, the isocos that is tangent to the isoquant, then the isocos has to be going through this point as well, because this is the tangent point between the isoquant and the isocos. Okay, so in order for us to draw an isocos that is tangent to this isoquant, then the isocos has to be going through the point 5 and 40. Okay, so okay, so I'll say because the point 5 and 40 is is the tangency point between the isoquant and the isocos. And I know that it is the tangency point because satisfy the cos minimization condition. Okay, because the point satisfy the cos minimization condition. Okay, so because the point is the tangency point, so so if the isocos is tangent to the isoquant, we want to draw an isocos that is tangent to the isoquant, then we know that the isocos, it has to go through the point 5 and 40 as well. Okay, So therefore, if we substitute this point back into our isocos function over here, we got L equal to 40 equal to C on W minus 4 times K, which is 5. So that is C times K minus 20. And so therefore C on W is equal to 60. Okay, so the vertical intercept is 60. And so our isocos line, that is tangent to the isoquant, is now going to have a function of L equal to 60 minus 4K. Okay, and so now it should be straightforward for you to draw this line on a diagram. So we know that the vertical intercept is 60 and the slope is -4. Okay, so therefore if I got something like this, okay, so this is the isocos, and we know that this the vertical intercept over here is going to be 60. Okay, and the slope of this one is -4. Alright, and this is the isocos that is tangent to the isoquant, and so we know that the tangent point is going to be the point 5 and 40. Okay.